Good morning, everyone. This is Josh Hayes, and here is today's Hedge Plus Market Monitor. Well, the best news I've heard in the last 24 hours or so is that the US or EU, the European Union, is delaying retaliatory tariffs against the US. They're going to wait and see what Trump announces April 2nd, but primarily they want to negotiate, and they're putting their potential tariffs back, I believe, pushed back to at least mid-April. And what stands out to me is this is really the first time that instead of real big talk and threats and major pushback, a collection of countries, in this case the EU, has indicated just that they want to bargain. And I think that's the biggest thing Trump has been after this whole time. I think a lot of what we've seen from other countries has been posturing. I'd say we saw initial posturing from Mexico, but they definitely backed down, and they've been definitely willing to talk, and negotiations have been going well. Canada, it's been pretty contentious the whole time. But this is definitely a good sign. I think this is the ultimate goal, is to find favorable trade deals. I don't think it's the full implementation of these tariffs, at least not at the levels that have been thrown out there. It's just to get to strike better deals. I also want to mention that Canada is facing a double whammy, so I think they're going to have to be a little bit more willing to negotiate here soon. China has hit them with tariffs, major tariffs, and China has not indicated any desire to negotiate these. So Canada is getting hit from two sides, and they can't really afford to get hit from either one. So I think Canada is definitely going to be willing to talk, and we think that is going to improve. That situation with them is going to improve real soon, because they just can't withstand major tariffs from both the U.S. and China. Export sales were average to strong, with well, especially corn. But where is anybody going to get corn from right now? So that's not surprising. Soybeans were actually a little bit weak, but they at least are still running well ahead of the market year pace, or the 5-year average. Unfortunately, cancellations really hurt old crop wheat, and have set that wheat sales, or wheat export sales, all the way back down to the 5-year average. So that's a little bit of a disappointment there. Aside from that, not much going on. A stronger U.S. dollar is slowing sales, and in a time when ranges are quite small, that's enough to push you from being a couple cents positive to a couple cents negative. And weather obviously isn't doing us any favors as well. Although, as we're about to look at on the next slide, there is there's growing weather concern with winter wheat and in the U.S. Let's take a look at that here. The central and southern plains are forecast to be dry for the next 10 days. It's really looking like even a long-term 30-day forecast is not really showing any hope for rain in the southern plains. And if we get to the late April and they still haven't received rain, there will actually probably be some abandonment of the winter wheat crop in the southern plains. So that may not be showing up quite that strongly in prices now, but it definitely will at some point if this continues. Precipitation in the U.S. appears set to be concentrated in the Great Lakes, Midwest, and Eastern Corn Belt regions. So not a huge concern there, but definitely weather on the radar as an issue for winter wheat. Same thing with Russia there on the bottom. The southern areas remain dry. Ukraine is actually getting some relief, getting some rain, but that is not expected to reach the Russian wheat growing regions. So these things may not be showing up as far as in terms of boosting wheat too much right now, but it's definitely holding wheat from dropping lower. Getting back up there to Brazil, Safrina area remains good, although there is about a 15 area in Brazil where they're responsible for about 15% of their corn crop, their safrina crop, that is experiencing dryness. It's becoming problematic, but not advanced enough or big enough area yet to affect prices. And in China, their corn growing regions, one of their primary corn growing regions, is experiencing continued dryness, no rain in the forecast there. That's actually holding them back from even getting planted. So that could definitely be an issue and cause them to require more imports, something they're obviously trying to avoid. So that's something to watch as well. As of 5:17 this morning, corn was slightly down. It is now slightly up here about 20 minutes later as I'm taping this. Beans and wheat are slightly up as well. Again, small ranges, not a whole lot going on. And we're kind of just in wait and see mode right now. We've got the planted acres intentions report coming up in a month. And on Monday, China and Trump are supposed to talk trade negotiations. And we'll see where that goes. So hopefully we'll get some good news on that next week. That's it for today. Have a great day, everybody.